Paul and I pretty much said everything that needs to be said in the film that we made, but I think it's important to tell people why my dad is actually being buried here, if you haven't heard the stories. My dad was very proud of his military service. He was really afraid that he was going to miss the end of the war. A lot of people were really afraid in 44 and 45. Jesus, all these guys are going off, and the stuff that I'm seeing in movies, and what if I miss the war and don't get in the action? So he was thinking in that same way. He enlisted when he was 17 in the Army Air Corps, which was actually, there wasn't an Air Force at that point, there was just the Army Air Corps. And he, by enlisting, theoretically was able to choose what he wanted to do, so he went to pilot school, and they said, you're not going to be a pilot actually, you're going to be a tail machine gunner for B-29. So 1945, he gets shipped overseas, the first time ever leaving his house. You know, he never went to camp like a lot of us did. He just worked in the butcher shop and went to the country house. And this is the first time leaving home. He was in the South, basic training. He experienced anti-Semitism. He experienced people from different cultures. This was a real defining experience for him. And he ended up going to Guam, which had just been taken from the Japanese, and there were still Japanese hiding out on the island, and this was like a Hawaii, basically. And, you know, this is a guy from Pittsburgh. He's never seen the ocean. He never saw anything like this, so this really was a coming of age for him. And he ended up flying 11 combat missions over Japan that Richie mentioned. Fortunately, none of those missions involved nuking Japanese people or firebombing cities. He really doesn't have any war crimes or blood on his hands. His service was strictly honorable, and has the distinction, besides the fact that he was not shot down, which was common at that point, to have flown on the very last mission of World War II. He was returning from having bombed the synthetic oil capability of Japan into oblivion. You see the before photos, and there's this peninsula jutting out into a harbor with factories and refineries, and you see the after photos, and you just see ocean. So they nailed that site. And that was supposedly the mission that prevented a coup that was taking place by these crazy militarist, let's fight to the last man, Japanese faction, who wanted to prevent the Japanese emperor from surrendering. And that mission sent everybody into the bomb shelters, and the emperor spoke to the Japanese people. The surrender happened. So in this one mission, history was made, and my dad was a part of that. So to have him buried here, it has resonance, it makes sense. And so that's all I want to say. Thanks for your service to this country. Thanks for being a great dad and a great family member for all of us. I'm going to miss you a lot. Bye, Dad. I guess that's it.
No, Clark was.
I'll find clothes.
I thought they were going to do some
Guns?
Oh no. This is what I have. Here, this is from the guns that were shot on. You keep it. You give one to your brother.
That was wonderful.
Yeah, I did too. I guess that's it. Here, this is from the gun that was shot. Here's a bullet from the gun that was shot, and here's a gun that you didn't hear. I guess that's it.
Does anybody else have anything they want to say? I mean, it's okay if you don't, but if anybody wants to say something, get up there. It's just informal. It's the same by a bill.
I'll just say one thing.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all having tributes to Bill, and Bill yesterday would have been 84.
Yep. Happy birthday, Dad.
Yeah. And I mean, it was amazing. Those of you who know our relationship, how tumultuous it was, and how up and down it was. But in the end, I came around and took care of him. And he came around and told me what he didn't tell me in 40 years, that he loved me. I mean, surprise. And if it took dementia to let him say it, I'm sorry he didn't have dementia. No, JC. I'm JC. I'm very proud of my sons and daughters, grandchildren, Jacob, and Brandon, and Brittany, and Bradley. And I'm proud of the family that came to pay tribute to Bill. Because in the end, it was very hard. I mean, he was very proud. And even in the end, he had dignity, and he had pride, and he had charisma. And I guess that's what attracted me in the beginning, because he was a charismatic man and larger than life. And I'm just glad that we're here paying tribute to him in the way he deserves. So if anybody else would like to say anything, that's fine.
I just want to tell
I
a
love
story.
you, Bill.
Go on up. Let's go tell a story.
Go ahead, sorry.
Right,
Go
why?
ahead.
You want to take that? No, I just wanted to say, Bill, I love you, and wherever you are, I know that you'll be the star of the ball.